What's up guys, I am the Squirrel's Nuts, and today's video is all about Battlefield 3 the first few days. What are your strategies when Battlefield 3 comes out? What are you going to do? What are you going to focus on? So, the way I see things is you've got the single player campaign, you've got the co-op campaign, and you've got the multiplayer. And which one are you going to go for? Just a quick note here, this bloody tack light, do you see that? Look how bright that is. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous, and that's my own teammate shining that in my face. They need to sort that out. Anyway, yeah, so which one are you going to go for? Single player campaign. Medal of Honor. I didn't like that. I thought the campaign was pretty much on rails. There was not a lot of movement. You know, you couldn't sort of be strategic and think your way around problems. Bad Company 2 campaign, on the other hand, I really quite liked that. I think I liked it because it had all the destructive stuff. It meant that you could sort of blow things up, you could take out enemies by taking out buildings, you could flank people, you could do all of that kind of stuff and be quite creative, and I really liked that in the campaign. I know some people like to basically buy the game and do the campaign on day one. They'll sort of see them posting saying, "I completed the campaign, took me 6 hours," whatever. Maybe that's why you're buying it. Are you actually buying Battlefield 3 because of the campaign? Do you not play multiplayer much? Is that the kind of thing you focus on? What about the co-op? That adds a new dimension. I think Tommy Riedling, the DICE product manager, he basically said that the co-op was the difficulty level was really high. What do I say to that? I say bring it on. I love a good challenge. It contains randomized elements, so every time you play the co-op with a friend... Sorry, I should have mentioned that if you don't know what the co-op is, it's you and a friend get to play through a campaign. There's 6 co-op missions when it launches, about 22... Oh, let me just stop it. Do you see this? The gravity drop here. Now, you've got to aim really a lot higher than you had to in Bad Company 2. You see, I get my bearings on the first shot, and by the second one, bam, got him. But you've really got to aim quite high on the distance now, because there's a lot of drop on these RPGs. It took me a while to adjust to that, but what was I saying? Yeah, the benefits are that you can revive your teammates, so if they go down the battlefield, you can get over there and revive them. And also in the career, you unlock weapons which you can then take into the multiplayer, which is quite nice. So you get, I think, 6 co-op missions when it launches, 20 to 50 minutes each to play. But DICE have said they've got a massive year-round DLC plan, downloadable content plan. So I think we're going to see expansion packs, not just packs for the multiplayer. I think we're probably going to see co-op campaign packs coming out. All, of course, will have to be paid for, but I guess something has to pay for all the servers. Moving on. Oh, that was an absolute fail. Did you see that? I was actually bringing up the map to see, because I didn't have my orientation on Caspian board at this point, and I was bringing up the map to see where I was in relation to everything else. And of course, the map is absolutely crap. And while I was doing that, I got shot, and then I got revived, and then I get shot again, I think. Complete fail. Ignore it. Multiplayer. That's the final choice you have. Are you going to go straight into multiplayer? That's probably going to be my choice. I think what I will do is I'll do the co-op gradually. I'll team up with various people, friends, family, that kind of thing. I think the main reason I'm going to go multiplayer is because the campaign can wait. I can do that anytime. There's no rush. But in the multiplayer, what I've found in the past is when you get at the day one launch, people get in there, they start scaling up weapons, they start scaling up attachments, they start scaling up, particularly in Battlefield 3, start getting all the vehicle things like the flares and the heat-seeking missiles and the scopes and all the rest of it, and that the equipment puts them at an advantage. So I want to get in there and start, getting the basics sorted out so that I can have a reasonably level playing field. Having said that, I'm in the UK, which basically means I'm going to be 3 days behind North America and a day behind the rest of Europe, even though the game's actually being developed in Stockholm. So the question as well, assuming you go multiplayer, what's your strategy then? Are you going to focus on certain maps, certain kinds of maps? Oh, this is a good tank kill here. I have this kind of one-on-one with this tank. Managed to get a shot in there. I think he tries to shoot me. Yep, there's the shot there. I get around this side of him, and there you go, bingo, and then take him out, and then I think I get killed. Yep. What was I? Maps, yes. Are you going to go for the sort of small maps, the metro maps, the town maps, sort of a bit more run and gun, or are you going to go for the big sort of, the Caspian border type things? Are you not? Are you just going to try them all? Have you got any strategy in mind on that one? I guess it ties in with classes. Are you going to focus on a particular class, or are you just again going to try them all? Personally, I've always found in Bad Company 2, I found that the medic and the engineer were the easiest to level up. Mostly because you can sort of hang back as a medic, and you can drop health packs down, revive people. You can pick up on an awful lot of points supporting the rest of your team. An engineer, you tend to get a lot of points blowing things up and repairing tanks and all the rest of it. Personally, I enjoy vehicles, and I enjoy blowing them up. So an engineer is probably the way I'll go, and for that reason I'll go on the big maps, the vehicle maps, a bit like Caspian Border. But maybe that's not what appeals to you. Maybe you want to go sniping. Maybe you want to be assault and do the medic side of it. Or maybe you want to play support. Maybe you've got some guys you're going to play with, a squad, and you're going to try that support class and move forward and supply the ammo and all that kind of thing, and provide a spawn point for them to keep coming back. What are you doing? What's your strategy? Vehicles, they now have their own set of unlocks, so you've got to put the time in a vehicle. Are you going to go flying? Are you going to try and get the flares and the air-to-ground missiles and all the rest of it? Is that what you want to do? Is that one of the reasons maybe that you're buying Battlefield 3? Are you going to level it up more than your main class? Do you actually care about leveling the vehicles up first? Weapons? Any thoughts on that? Did you like anything in the beta? Are you going to try and get those weapons back again? I mean, I read a lot of hate on things like the UMP-45. Mostly I think because it was a bit of a killer gun in Modern Warfare 2. And when I tried it on Battlefield 3, I have to say it was a really nice gun. It was very effective, there's no doubt about that. I would like to try and play it, but then again it seems to be getting a bad name already. I also like the SCAR. I think I had a SCAR L and then a SCAR H. And I like the Svd Sniper Rifle. That's a good gun, really nice gun. SV98 was a bolt action. I think that's pretty much as far as I got with the sniper rifles. I'm not sure if we've got things like the M24 or the what's the other one, the Barrett, the M95. I'm not really sure. I haven't looked at the sniper gun list. The 870 CS, the shotgun. I know a lot of people like that gun. That was a very effective gun. It had a really nice feel to it in Battlefield 3. But personally, as I said, I'm going to go for the bigger maps. I'm not going to go running and gunning, so I don't think I'll be focusing on the shotguns until later on. But maybe you are. Maybe that's the kind of thing you enjoy. Maybe you're an ex-COD player. Maybe you just like the tighter maps, and that's the way you're going to go. So I think, yeah, my strategy is probably going to be multiplayer first, and then... Sorry, multiplayer first, and then I'll have the engineer. I'll focus on tanks, because I really like tanks. I love being in tanks. I also love taking tanks down. So I'll get my engineer RPG. Try and get. I'm hoping there's a perk that will give you the increased explosive damage. I did have the one to give me more grenades and RPGs already. That was good. So I'll try and take tanks down. I also got the anti-tank mines, which are always effective. It's there's a certain amount of skill in that, in knowing where the traffic routes are, knowing where the tanks will come from, and then putting them down. On Caspian Border, I found mines very effective around the gas station. That always seemed to attract a lot of tanks in particular. But personally, I think actually in this game, I go in a jeep and I'm careering down one of the roads and suddenly get taken out by mines, which he'd put on the road. So that was quite spectacular. But yeah, I think I'll focus on the tanks, I'll focus on the RPG, the mines, and I think I'll also get in the planes. I'll probably stay away from the helicopters. They do seem to get... I think they're going to get shot down quite easily in Battlefield 3, if I'm honest with you. If it's not Stinger missiles, it's going to be the planes with the air-to-air missiles. They're just not very effective. They used to be king of the skies in Bad Company 2, but I think planes are going to be king of the skies in Battlefield 3. They're just so fast-moving. But you know, what's your strategy for Battlefield 3? Are you going to go sniping? Are you the kind of guy that likes to go prone in the bushes on the rocks and take people out from long distances? Do you like medic? Is that the assault class now? What used to be medic? It's going to take me a while to change the name on that one, I think. Yeah, so leave me some comments. Let me know what your... I think this is the bit now actually where I and the mines. There we go. I don't know if he just put them there or he waited for me or what, but that was quite effective. So yeah, leave me the comments, let me know what you're going to do, let me know what your strategies are going to be. I'm also looking for players to play with and to capture footage with, so if that's something you fancy, throw me an invite on PS3, or when the battle log comes back, send me a friend request and we'll team up. I'm not really sure which platoon I'm going to join yet, still looking around on that one. But yeah, if you like this video, then please subscribe and like it, and follow me on Twitter. That's pretty much me wrapped up. The game ends. We get totally killed in this game, but I have a decent game. I finished top of the scoreboard. I think I only got 10 kills or something, but yeah, I enjoyed the game, but it was completely one-sided. That's all from me, guys. Do subscribe, like the video if you like it, and see you on the battlefield.